Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday. It is like spring here, only it's windy, which that's common at that time of year. Well, it's common here every day of the year, I think. But the weatherman has informed us that winter is not over. And I know February is one of those months that gives people spring fever, but winter's still on. Well, I want to talk a little bit about my pantry challenge. I'm doing this a little bit different, but last night I was able to use up a lot of items in my pantry, which made me feel really good because my main thing here was to rotate my pantry items and to not eat out as much. Well, last night was one of those nights I thought, man, I would just like to do McDonald's. But my husband is actually bringing McDonald's home tonight, and we will go to the casino, and this is what we do on the weekend. This is what we like to do. But I went ahead and cooked. So I had half a pound of ground beef left from the night before, and I fried that with some onions and I'm petting my little cat over here. She's wanting love. I added that with added a can of Rotel, a can of cream of chicken soup, and I simmered that. And so I got rid of the soup and the Rotel tomatoes that were in my pantry. And of course I had a fajita seasoning that I had bought, probably a year or so ago. I keep them in my freezer so they stay really fresh. And this was a new item I had not tried that I got at my local grocery store. And so I put that in some cumin and a little garlic powder. And I forgot my homegrown cilantro that I dehydrated. But it was great. So I used up part of some Doritos I had left, some taco Doritos. And I had a corn tortilla that was just in bits and pieces. They're very fragile. So I put that in the bottom of my casserole. And I just layered all that with some shredded cheese and some of that queso that I told you about that I had used in my macaroni and cheese. So I used that jar up, I just layered all this stuff, and it was really good. It was really delicious, and it made me feel good knowing I did that. Now, I will be going uptown today, because I have to get a birthday card, and I want to get some soda, because my son and his wife are coming tomorrow for lunch. So I don't know if I'm going to get anything else to add to the meal. It's blowing my budget kind of as far as what I had intended to spend. But as I told you before, my main thing is just rotating and using what I have up. And so today I had received a ham for Christmas from our landlord, and so I had that in the freezer. So I had thawed that a couple of days ago. So I've got that in my crock pot with a can of pineapple that I've had in my pantry. So I've got that on to cook today. I've got some of those Idahoan mashed potatoes, like I think it's the Monterey Jack, and I'll have some canned vegetables, and then I'm going to make some cookies with this I guess that's how you say it, chocolate chip pieces. Let me see if I can find those, and I'll show them to you. I have a button on here where I can probably switch without doing this, but I don't want to mess this video up yet. But it's these right here. These. So I'm going to make some chocolate chip cookies in the morning, and those were on sale actually at my grocery store. I think there was a white chip and then these chocolate chips. So I'm going to use these. But anyway, I'm really doing good. On this pantry challenge, even though I'm not really doing it like a lot of people do it, I do find I'm more creative if I use stuff up, and I was amazed at what I really had. I don't feel like I have a good enough stockpile to carry me on just $20 or $30 a week. So I don't know, next week, toward the middle of the week, I would probably be out of so much stuff, but I think I'm going to see what their sales are at my grocery store and just kind of go from there. But we are eating out less, and I am cooking more. So I feel like that's really going to make a difference. And I also am planning still on just going up to the grocery store at my local grocery store just once a week if I can. Now, this was kind of an exception because my son was visiting this weekend. But I may just get a card and a 2-liter bottle of pop, and that may be it. But then again, I may not. I don't know. But I still am planning on basically just once a week unless I'm out of something I really need. So I just wanted to kind of touch base. I didn't make a video yesterday. I got busy and doing other things. And I'm kind of wanting to make one video a day. I don't know if it's going to pan out or not. Because some days you just don't have anything new to add, or I don't. I'm a stay-at-home wife, and I don't have anything exciting to share, really. But the thing is, you know, being a homemaker, you don't have to have children to be a homemaker. And I have worked full-time. I have I've been a substitute teacher. I've done a lot of things through the years, and this year I didn't really have to work, and so I just didn't. And I love devoting myself to my home, but I've always been a homebody. I'm not real career oriented. I like doing things around my house. And there's a young woman on YouTube, and she talked a lot about, she's a young woman that's a homemaker that doesn't have children, and she talks about, really defends doing that. Because a lot of people, I think, she would say, they would ask her, well, what do you do? Like, you know, you're just sitting around doing nothing, but she does a lot. You know, she has a garden, she sews, she cooks. I mean, she does, and she's had a job before, but she said she noticed they would eat out more, you know, she was stressed, and they're not doing all that now. And she talks a lot about, which I love this, building the home economy. So even if you're not monetarily contributing, it doesn't mean you're not contributing in other ways, you know, keeping up with things around the house. But you can save what your spouse brings in, or save more. So that, in a way, is managing your home economy. So anyway, I just wanted to add these thoughts of about homemaking. I'm not ashamed of it. And so if you are wanting to go on this path, but you're feeling like, well, I wouldn't be contributing, don't feel that way, because you are contributing. You know, if you're sitting on your bottom all day and drinking pop and letting your house go to pot, no, you're not contributing. But if you're cooking, keeping up with the cleaning, laundry, running errands, you are contributing. And by being a little frugal, you can greatly hold on to what your husband is making. And I'm not the most frugal person, but I'm frugal in some areas. You know, I'm not 100% frugal all the time, but I've never been one to spend just tons of money either. So I think overall, we manage our household pretty good. We do what we want to do, but we're not real big spenders. And I have tried to cook. And one thing about cooking is I found that I tend to compare what we spend eating out with what I can fix. And normally I don't like it as well as my own food. And the thing that really turned this around for me was we went to a local restaurant. We got 2 taco salads. We had some tortillas on the side and 2 drinks, and it was $40. And I about fell over. I thought, that is ridiculous. I mean, I just don't want to go and pay that for 2 salads. And so I thought, you know, I could have had a full meal that wasn't salads and not even paid that much. And for 2 people. Or I could fix it at home. That's kind of the way I look at things. But it's nice to get a break once in a while. But I don't even, and the quality is good, but it's not that much better to pay that much. So anyway, just kind of examine your budget in different areas that you think you could improve on. But I think food is, in groceries, whether you're talking, you know, food, cleaning items, whatever you do the most of in your grocery bill. Because you may eat out more and spend more on cleaning items. I don't know. But those are the areas that, well, to me, food is one of the main areas. So, um, if you can save in that area, that's going to help you out a lot because you have to eat. And so, if you can find ways to cook by scratch or not eat out as much, then hey, that's a start. Well, I'm rambling now. So, I will talk to you later. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be making another video sometime soon. So, you have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.